Every girl in Moscow can have sex just for an iPhone.
Excuse me, I have iPhone.
You live in Kaliningrad. No, in Moscow, girls do everything for money. When a plane crashes in Russia, oh, this is Russia. When a factory explodes, oh, this is Russia. You Russian, you should sell your movie in Europe and your music. Something in Russia I like, it's safe. You cannot do this in France because people will steal your jacket. I don't know. They should learn how to smile. So now we'll do the sauna thing.
How long do you live in Moscow?
I've been living here for 4 years now.
Do you know Russian language?
A little bit. I'm not fluent, but I can speak a little bit. I can understand also a little bit.
Why did you decide to learn Russian?
Because I was surrounded by Russian people in my hometown where I was living and working. There was Russians everywhere. My city is quite Russian city now, and I thought it would be good to know the language, the culture.
Do you think it's possible to live in Moscow without Russian?
It is possible, but it's very hard. It's better if you learn a little bit because it's hard to get directions, to buy something if you don't understand anything.
Your expectations about Russia before you come here?
They were very low. I had very low expectations because the propaganda American in Europe is very strong for many years, and they just let us know that it's a very dangerous country and poor country. My expectations have changed a lot here because I found a country that it's not like Europe, like France, but it's similar, and it's a lot better than I thought. I couldn't expect in this because we heard a lot of bad things like pollution, chemical radiation everywhere, in the news. They like to say bad things about Russia in the newspaper and TV, but they don't say the good things. They just give us the bad news. When a plane crashes in Russia, oh, this is Russia. When a factory explodes, oh, this is Russia. But they don't say the good things. I don't know why. And you Russian, you should sell your movie in Europe and your music. That would be a good marketing. That would be a good propaganda also.
What was the most difficult thing to get used to in Russia?
Very hard was the transportation because I couldn't understand Russian, and getting into the metro was very, very difficult. Difficult to communicate with administrations, offices like bank and services, because they have a very technical vocabulary that I don't know, and sometimes it can get hard to get what I need or what I want.
What do you like in Russia?
I love the dynamism. It's a dynamic city. You can find everything you want, and you're in a big city. You got a lot of work, but also you can have a lot of fun, lots of sports and parks and parties. Yeah.
What you don't like in Russia?
Not in Russia because I don't. In Moscow, I don't like the weather. It's too windy, very windy. Winter like summer, and the snow. I don't really like it too, but it doesn't last all the time, So it's mostly the wind that I don't like, and the noise also. Too many cars.
Have you ever been somewhere else in Russia besides Moscow?
Yes, I went several times to St. Petersburg. I went to the Murmansk, which is in the north. I went to Kazan for the World Cup. I went to Sochi. I went to Crimea. I went to Kaliningrad, and that's pretty much all.
Russian mentality.
They are positive people. They like to travel a lot, the Russians. They're always traveling. They're always on holiday somewhere. They love to save on accommodation to travel more. So you can see them in Europe. You can see them in Cyprus. You can see them in Bali, Dubai. They travel a lot, and I think it's good. It's good for them to be open-minded, to learn languages, and to meet other people, because it's quite a closed country.
What are the most difficult things for foreigners in Russia, in Moscow?
To get a visa if you want to stay here, and to understand a woman.
Cool. Which stereotypes about Russia exist in your country?
They say that Russians love to fight, men. They say that girls are prostitutes, and people drink a lot.
Which stereotypes are true, which are not?
A lot of girls are prostitutes.
Really?
Yes,
No way.
they do. I mean, every girl in Moscow can have sex just for an iPhone. They say, oh, I want a new iPhone, I'm ready to have sex for it.
Excuse me, I have an iPhone, but I got it not because of sex, you know.
You live in Kaliningrad. No, in Moscow, girls do everything for money.
Do Russians drink vodka a lot?
Not that much. I'm surprised. They drink a lot of wine like French, but vodka not that much. I thought it was a country of drunk people, but no, people don't get drunk that much. I'm surprised. Positively surprised.
Why Russians don't smile?
I don't know. I don't know. They should learn how to smile. Maybe it's because of the weather, but I don't think so. Because I've been in other countries, cold, and people were smiling. Maybe they have a bad esteem of themselves. Maybe they think low of themselves. I don't know. They think are not good enough. I don't know why they don't smile. They should smile because they are good people. And if they were smiling more and be more polite, people would love them everywhere they go.
Have you already met with Russian mafia?
Yes, but not here in France. I met this guy, he's a mafioso, Mikhail Zivilo is called, and he was exiled in France because Putin wanted him dead. So I met him many times because I was going to a hotel, to the bar many times, and this guy was here all the time. But here, maybe I have, but I don't know, because here people are, here there are lots of security, lots of bodyguards. I don't know if they are.
Do you believe in Russian mafia?
Of course there is.
Oh, okay.
Of course there is Russian mafia. I know here you can.
Russian mafia everywhere.
You can pay the police, you can pay the judge here. Yeah, it's crazy.
Is it dangerous in Moscow?
No. I mean, you mean in the street, like walking in the street?
Yeah.
No. It's dangerous in France, in Germany, in Belgium. Here, I can be in a park with my iPad. Nobody will steal my iPad. If I do the same in France, some guy will come, Arabs, because not French guy, but Arab. They will come, run, and take my iPad and run with it. They can even take my gold from my neck and stretch it. It's very dangerous in France, in Europe. In Moscow, it's safe. There's police everywhere. And normal people are scared to make troubles. So they are very quiet, they don't scream, they don't fight, and they don't steal. Something in Russia I like, you can go to a restaurant, you leave your jacket in the wardrobe, like this. It's safe. You cannot do this in France because people will steal your jacket or steal what's inside.
Wow.
Yeah. I love this in Russia, it's safe. My advice, if you don't have a job when you come to Moscow, you can start to teach your language because people always want to learn languages. So you can make a little bit money like this to start with for the beginning. It's a good way to live, to pay your bills. Then you find a good job. And that's my first advice here, teach your language. Do a lot of sports because it's a very heavy city. Like I said, with lots of noise and people, and it's good to make sport to keep healthy mind.
Which Russian dishes can you recommend to try in Russia?
I love the beef stroganoff. I really love it. I like the borscht also, it's very good. I like the pelmenis. And you have some good desserts also, yeah.
Dacha, what is it?
I've been only twice to Dacha. It's a little house in the countryside where people go in the weekend to make party with friends, and they have a sauna there. And after they go to the sauna, and after they jump into the snow. This is funny, I did it twice, I love it. Yeah.
So you already answered, the second question was banya, what is it?
Banya, because there's banya and sauna, it's different, yeah? Because I went with friends in the countryside, in a small sauna, and after went in the snow. But when I go to Moscow, big sauna, big banya, there's a lot of men, a lot of people in the room. I prefer to go to Dacha with friends, and we have a sauna there. We use all together. We have dinner, we have sauna, and we go to the snow. Than going to the big city sauna where everybody is there. Because I tried this, I don't really like it. There are 200 men in the same room, naked, drinking and talking and eating, and this is not really my thing. I don't want to walk around with my dick like this. I'm sorry. Yeah. This is weird.
Are Russian hospitable people?
Yes, they are, but they want to meet you, they want to party with you, but in public places, in restaurants, bars, clubs, but they don't invite you in their home. Or you can rent a house with them for the weekend in the dacha in the countryside and go with friends, but you don't go to their house. Yeah.
Is it difficult or easy find friends in Moscow?
It's easy. You just have to do activities. If you play tennis, you make friends at tennis. With football, you make people who play football, you make friends with them. Or people who like your language or your country. It's easy. People, they get in because you're foreigner. They want to know who you are, where you're from.
Do you have a lot of Russian friends?
I do. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So now we'll do the sauna thing.